All right, it is a beautiful St. Patrick's Day morning in Everglades City. I'm John Breckel with Classic Carpentry, and if you haven't caught any of our earlier videos, we are in the middle or in the midst of renovation of the old bank of the Everglades and converting that into a visitor center. It's been a few weeks since our groundbreaking, and we've got quite a bit done and that we wanted to show you. As you can see from the outside of the building, we've already removed all of the windows. We're reframing all of these windows, putting in support headers because back then they didn't believe in that, and getting them ready for waterproofing and new architecturally correct or time period correct windows, impact rated windows to go in. As you can see at the back of the addition, today is the big day when that thing's going to come down. That addition was done in the 50s. We have disconnected, as you can see, we've disconnected the addition from the original main structure, and this up until now, all of our demolition has been by hand, but today we'll be using the machine to remove this structure as well as the foundation. As you can see forward, we've removed the old safe. If you caught the earlier video, you would have seen that safe sitting by the front door. We've sandblasted all of the pieces, the safe. You can also see the old fan that was removed from the second floor attic. We also, in our demolition, we found the original gate that was from the vault. All of these pieces have been removed from the building only because they're going to go through a thorough rehabilitation project or process, I should say, and they're either going to be the original metal restored or using some of the new technology paint procedures to bring them back to the original condition or looking like the original condition. This will probably be our last step or trip up these steps. They're going to be removed today with the addition. As you can see, they're falling away from the building. Looks quite a bit different than our first video. All of the asbestos has been removed, all of the sheetrock, all of the partition walls, the old bathrooms have been removed, and we've you can see through that opening, you can see where the old doorway went into the addition. You can see here the flooring. We've got our protective flooring down. This yellow pine floor will come up as well as the floor as soon as we're done with whatever framing we could get done here on the first floor. It's an interesting block infill they did. This was the bathroom back here earlier, and they filled in the wood frame wall with cinder block. We're going to be restoring that window opening just like the other ones. Inside here is the addition. All of this will come down today. As you can see here on the right, when they built the addition, they poured a separate foundation to support the addition. That foundation wall behind that new foundation is a tabby foundation. That's the original tabby foundation. This is the outside of the vault. So today we're going to attempt to remove this addition, leaving this vault intact. That's going to include removing this foundation wall. We do not know if there's a connection there or not, so that part of the demolition is going to be done pretty much like surgery. As you can see, the vault has been sandblasted. We've simply sprayed a black primer on it to stop it from rusting any further. We're still talking with the architect and the historical consultants about how we're going to restore these openings that have been cut in the steel walls. This will also undergo a full restoration. We're simply using it for storage today, or for throughout the process. Use it really as our construction office. So let's go upstairs. We've got quite a bit of framing done upstairs. Removed anything that was, all of the wood flooring in the addition has been removed and brought back to our shop so it could be reinstalled at a later time. It's being dried out in our climate-controlled facility. This addition also had asbestos, so that's why all of the walls have been removed, all of the sheetrock. This, what you see here, is the original outside of the bank building. Obviously, it looks like a window was infilled here, and but all of this will be removed. As you can see, we've exposed everything so that we could cut the addition loose from the main structure. We want to be careful that we don't damage any of the original structure, as well as the vault. Down in here, if you could see, this is actually the top of the vault. We'll be removing everything around that. Made quite a bit of progress on the second floor. We've taken advantage of the downtime that was created with removal of the asbestos. So we started reframing. All of these are the original walls. These will get reconfigured for some new glass doorways that will go into all these individual rooms. We've reframed all of the headers. These windows did not have header systems up above it. It wasn't common back in the day, but everything's got new yellow pine frames around it, and now you can see everything's being fastened with hurricane-rated screws rather than nails. Quite a process that we have to go through. But all these windows are ready for waterproofing. All of the ceiling joists you could see had to get sistered. They had 2x4s, which won't meet today's code. Everything was pretty crooked and sagging. The same thing goes for the roof rafters up above. We put LVL, laminated veneer lumber, rafters right next to the existing. And today we'll be wrapping this up. We're really trying to stiffen up the existing building as much as possible and move the framing along so that we can focus on the ground floor. It looks like the original pine floor we're going to leave intact. We're going to be able to, we've learned that we're going to be able to install a steel structure, steel beams and supporting structure for the second floor. We're going to be able to do all of that from underneath. So there won't be a need to remove all of this flooring. As you can see where Jeff's standing on the ladder there, that is where the new staircase is going to be coming up into the second floor. Once they're done up here, we'll remove those floor joists and put in a temporary staircase so that we have access to the second floor. The most interesting thing about that and unique is going to be the new pine floor will not go down over plywood. It's going to go down how it was originally done, directly over the floor joists. That's even more important on the first floor, because if they do, or I shouldn't say if, when they do get water on that first floor in a storm surge, the floor will be able to dry out from underneath and on top, and then we will not have to remove that floor in the future if there is a storm. So as you can see, we're moving forward as quickly as possible. A lot's been done in the last 3 weeks. We've got a crowd of people from Everglades City outside waiting for this addition to come down. This is a big deal, a big event for the city of Everglades City. And that looks like the machine's showing up now. And well, it looks like we're going to get ready to pull this thing down. Okay, so that's where we're at today, and we'll be shooting after this process today of the demolition. We'll be starting with the pilings and supporting the existing foundation. So we'll be shooting videos throughout the milestones of the project, and just stay tuned either through ClassicCarpentryInc.com, and we're looking for everyone's support for the Everglades Society for Historic Preservation for this exciting project. Stay tuned.